Biodiversity is the incredible variety of life found on Earth. It includes not only the plants, animals, and microorganisms we see and interact with, but also the complex ecosystems they form. These ecosystems are the foundation of our planet's health, providing us with essential resources like food, clean air, and water. When we talk about biodiversity, we're really talking about the balance that keeps everything functioning smoothly. Without this balance, life as we know it would be impossible. Biodiversity is everywhere, from the deepest oceans to the tallest mountains and even in our own backyards. Biodiversity is not just a scientific concept, it's vital for human survival. The plants and animals around us provide food, medicine, and materials we use every day. They also help purify our air and water, making the environment livable. Imagine a world without bees to pollinate crops or forests to clean the air. The loss of biodiversity would mean losing these essential services. Every organism, big or small, plays a part in maintaining the balance of nature. When biodiversity thrives, so do we. Unfortunately, biodiversity is facing serious threats today. Human activities are the main cause, with deforestation, pollution, climate change, and habitat destruction leading the way. When forests are cut down to make room for cities or farms, animals lose their homes. Pollution poisons water and air, making it hard for both wildlife and humans to survive. Climate change alters habitats, forcing species to adapt or perish. Overhunting and overfishing also reduce animal populations rapidly. These threats are pushing many species toward extinction. Endangered species is one that is at risk of extinction. This means their numbers are so low that they could disappear forever. Many animals and plants are now endangered because of human actions. When a species becomes endangered, it's a warning sign that something is wrong in the ecosystem. Protecting these species is crucial, not just for their survival, but for the health of the entire planet. If we lose them, we lose the balance of nature. There are several reasons why species become endangered. Deforestation removes their homes, pollution contaminates their food and water, and climate change makes their habitats unlivable. Overhunting and illegal fishing also play a big role. Sometimes invasive species introduced by humans outcompete native ones, leading to their decline. Each of these causes is linked to human activity, showing how our actions directly impact the world around us. Forests are cut down, the consequences are far-reaching. Animals lose their natural homes and are forced to migrate or perish. Plants that rely on specific conditions may not survive. The soil becomes less stable, leading to erosion and further environmental damage. Deforestation doesn't just affect wildlife, it also impacts humans by reducing the quality of air and water. Protecting forests is one of the most important steps in conserving biodiversity. Pollution is a major threat to biodiversity. Chemicals from factories, farms, and cities can poison rivers, lakes, and oceans. Air pollution affects birds and insects, while soil pollution harms plants and animals. Even small amounts of pollution can have big effects, especially on sensitive species. Reducing pollution is essential for protecting both wildlife and human health. Climate change is altering habitats all over the world. Rising temperatures, changing rainfall patterns, and extreme weather events make it difficult for many species to survive. Some animals migrate to cooler areas while others struggle to adapt. Plants may not grow as well, and entire ecosystems can shift. Climate change is a global problem that requires urgent action to protect biodiversity. Overhunting and overfishing are causing rapid declines in animal populations. When too many animals are taken from the wild, their numbers can't recover. This affects not only the hunted species but also the entire ecosystem. Illegal hunting and fishing are especially harmful as they often target endangered species. Sustainable practices are needed to ensure that wildlife populations remain healthy. Habitat destruction is one of the leading causes of species endangerment. When land is cleared for agriculture, cities, or roads, animals and plants lose the places they need to live. Some species can't survive anywhere else, so they disappear. Protecting habitats is key to conserving biodiversity and ensuring that species have a place to thrive. Every organism in an ecosystem plays a role. Predators keep prey populations in check, plants provide food and shelter, and microorganisms recycle nutrients. When one species disappears, it can affect many others. The balance of an ecosystem is delicate, and losing even a single species can weaken the entire system. Conservation efforts help maintain this balance. Food chain is a series of connections between organisms. Each species is either a predator, prey, or both. When one species is lost, the food chain can break down. This leads to shortages of food for other animals and can cause populations to crash. Protecting endangered species helps keep the food chain intact and supports the health of the ecosystem. Conservation is the effort to protect and preserve biodiversity and endangered species. It involves a variety of actions, from creating protected areas to restoring habitats and enforcing laws. Conservation is about ensuring that future generations can enjoy the richness of life on Earth. It's a responsibility we all share. One of the most effective ways to conserve biodiversity is by creating protected areas. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and nature reserves provide safe spaces for plants and animals to live without human interference. These areas help maintain natural habitats and allow species to recover and thrive. They are essential for long-term conservation. Wildlife conservation programs focus on breeding endangered species and reintroducing them into the wild. These programs use science and technology to help animals survive and increase their populations. By carefully managing breeding and release, conservationists can give endangered species a second chance. These efforts are crucial for preventing extinction. Laws and regulations play a vital role in conservation. They prevent illegal hunting, fishing, and trade of endangered species. By protecting natural habitats and enforcing strict penalties, governments can help preserve biodiversity. These legal measures are necessary to ensure that conservation efforts are effective and lasting. Communities play a key role in conservation. Local people often have valuable knowledge about their environment and can help protect it. By involving communities in conservation projects, we can ensure that efforts are sustainable and effective. Community involvement also helps raise awareness and encourages responsible behavior. Education is a powerful tool for conservation. By teaching people about biodiversity and endangered species, we can inspire action and change. Awareness campaigns help individuals understand the importance of protecting nature. When people know what's at stake, they are more likely to support conservation efforts. Reducing waste is a simple but effective way to help conserve biodiversity. When we produce less garbage, we reduce pollution and protect habitats. Recycling and composting are great ways to minimize waste. Every small action counts, and together we can make a big difference. Saving energy helps reduce pollution and slows climate change. Simple steps like turning off lights, using energy-efficient appliances, and walking or biking instead of driving can make a big impact. When we use less energy, we protect the environment and support biodiversity. Planting trees is one of the best ways to support biodiversity. Trees provide homes for animals, improve air quality, and stabilize soil. They also help fight climate change by absorbing carbon dioxide. Whether in cities or forests, every tree planted makes a difference. Environmental organizations work hard to protect biodiversity and endangered species. By supporting these groups, we can help fund conservation projects and raise awareness. Donations, volunteering, and spreading the word are all ways to contribute. Together, we can make a positive impact. Technology is playing an increasing role in conservation. Tools like satellite tracking, drones, and genetic analysis help scientists monitor wildlife and protect habitats. Technology can also help raise awareness and educate people about biodiversity. By using innovation, we can improve conservation efforts. Conservation is a global challenge that requires international cooperation. Countries work together to protect migratory species, share research, and enforce laws. International agreements help ensure that conservation efforts are coordinated and effective. By working together, we can achieve more. Restoring damaged habitats is an important part of conservation. This involves planting native species, removing invasive plants, and cleaning up pollution. Restoration helps bring back lost biodiversity and supports the recovery of endangered species. Healthy habitats are essential for a thriving ecosystem. Breeding programs are designed to increase the populations of endangered species. Scientists carefully manage breeding to ensure genetic diversity and healthy offspring. Once animals are strong enough, they are released into the wild. These programs are a lifeline for species on the brink of extinction. Reintroduction efforts involve returning endangered species to their natural habitats. This process is carefully planned to ensure the animals can survive and thrive. Scientists monitor the progress and make adjustments as needed. Reintroduction helps restore balance to ecosystems and gives species a second chance. Illegal trade in wildlife is a major threat to endangered species. Laws and enforcement are needed to stop poaching and trafficking. International cooperation helps track and prevent illegal activities. Protecting species from illegal trade is essential for their survival. Sustainable practices help conserve biodiversity by minimizing harm to the environment. This includes responsible farming, fishing, and forestry. When resources are used wisely, ecosystems can recover and thrive. Sustainability is key to long-term conservation. Citizen science involves ordinary people helping with conservation research. By observing wildlife, recording data, and participating in projects, everyone can contribute. Citizen science helps gather valuable information and raises awareness about biodiversity. Conservation isn't just for wild places, it's important in cities too. Urban conservation includes planting trees, creating green spaces, and protecting local wildlife. Cities can support biodiversity by reducing pollution and encouraging sustainable living. Making eco-friendly choices in daily life supports conservation. Using reusable bags, buying sustainable products, and reducing energy use all help protect biodiversity. Every decision matters, and together, we can create a healthier planet. Wildlife corridors are pathways that connect habitats, allowing animals to move safely between areas. These corridors help prevent isolation and support healthy populations. Creating and maintaining corridors is an important part of conservation. Pollinators like bees, butterflies, and birds are essential for biodiversity. They help plants reproduce and ensure food for many animals. Protecting pollinators is crucial for maintaining healthy ecosystems and supporting agriculture. Marine conservation focuses on protecting oceans and the life within them. Overfishing, pollution, and climate change threaten marine biodiversity. Efforts include creating marine reserves, reducing plastic waste, and restoring coral reefs. Healthy oceans are vital for the planet. Forest conservation is about protecting trees and the wildlife that depend on them. Forests are home to countless species and provide resources for humans. Efforts include preventing illegal logging, planting trees, and managing forests sustainably. Wetlands are unique habitats that support a wide variety of life. They help filter water, control floods, and provide homes for many species. Wetland conservation involves protecting these areas from development and pollution. Grasslands are important ecosystems that support many animals and plants. Conservation efforts focus on preventing overgrazing, restoring native species, and protecting habitats. Healthy grasslands contribute to biodiversity and climate stability. Monitoring species is essential for conservation. Scientists track populations, study behaviors, and identify threats. This information helps guide conservation actions and measure success. Monitoring ensures that endangered species get the help they need. Genetic diversity is important for the survival of species. It helps populations adapt to changing environments and resist diseases. Conservation efforts aim to preserve genetic diversity through breeding programs and habitat protection. Invasive species are plants or animals introduced to new areas by humans. They often outcompete native species and disrupt ecosystems. Controlling invasive species is important for protecting biodiversity and maintaining healthy habitats. Microorganisms are tiny but vital for biodiversity. They help recycle nutrients, support plant growth, and maintain soil health. Protecting microorganisms is important for healthy ecosystems and sustainable agriculture. The future of conservation depends on our actions today. By protecting biodiversity and endangered species, we ensure a healthy planet for generations to come. Continued research, innovation, and cooperation are needed to meet new challenges and safeguard nature. Everyone has a role to play in conservation. By making responsible choices, supporting conservation efforts, and spreading awareness, we can help protect biodiversity. Our actions matter, and together we can make a difference for endangered species and the planet. Conclusion: conserving biodiversity and protecting endangered species is essential for the health of our planet. Every action, big or small, contributes to the balance of nature. By working together, we can ensure that future generations inherit a world full of life and beauty. Let's continue to support conservation and make choices that benefit the environment and all living things.